Once in a Lifetime series begins on Tuesday at 9, but this afternoon we can see an award-winning programme from a previous series, a story of rugby league and another bloody Sunday.
Ferry Bridge. Its platoon of cooling towers is the front gate of South Yorkshire. Pass through and you're in the boiler room of the region. Rotherham, Sheffield, Doncaster. The landscape has been brutalised. Down there they rip out the coal, forge the metal, build the muscle of industry. A lot of sweat has been spilt in South Yorkshire, and some blood. South Yorkshire breeds proud and positive men. The Boycotts, the Trumans, the Scargills. Men who expect life, whether work, sport or politics, to issue a personal challenge. As for sport, it nourishes rugby league. Clubs like Castleford and Featherstone Rovers. Teams that win. For winning is not just hoped for here, but expected. But there is one team that's different. Doncaster. It loses. In South Yorkshire, you don't have gallant losers, just losers. In this particular season, it has been a remorseless run of defeat and derision for Doncaster. Played 19 matches, lost 19. Their new coach has just quit, and so has their chairman. But Tom Morton stays on. He bears the weight of running Doncaster on a day-to-day basis. He's the general manager, sits on the board of directors, and lives barely the length of a rugby pitch from the ground itself. They call Doncaster's ground Tattersfield. It's apt. The fabric reflects the despair of the club. Only success fills rugby league grounds, but a small group of people steadfastly support the club and help to run it whatever happens.
We're all rugby league fanatics. We've got to be. We've got to be. We've got to be fanatics and super optimists, really, to be connected with rugby league in Doncaster. And that's what we are, you know. We feel we're doing We feel under great difficulty. We're doing a service for the town, I suppose.
I believe that Doncaster hold certain world records.
Yeah, somebody bought me a Guinness Book of Records for Christmas, yes, they have. It's the longest losing sequence. I believe it was 40 games. You know, we didn't go 2 seasons without losing a match. So it was like end of one season and beginning of another.
Have you ever gone an entire season without winning a match?
Not yet. This is what we're worried about. And we also held a record of the team who scored the most points away from home while losing. We got beat 34-32 at Bramley or something like that, you know. You know, I mean, I walked through Doncaster, and everybody, you know, I won again, you know, I what's happening this week, how many will they score this week, will they declare, and all that sort of thing, you know. I've heard all the cracks about bad rugby teams.
Tell me, does all this affect your home life? You know, what about your family?
No, I don't really take it home. I mean, it's not far home, but I don't really take it home. It's just here, you know, I see every home match and majority of the away matches. You see, I watch the A team as well. And a good result for us is to get 15 players out in the field before the kick-off. That's a start, you know. Then we've started. We've got the 15 players here on time and we've started. I've been on the Whitehaven ground when there were with just 13 players. Had to borrow a scrum half who fed the scrums for the first 6 scrums, give them 6 penalties, and we got beat 12-5. We did very well against a very strong Hull side in the A team just before Christmas, and that was a triumph. I think they beat us 13-8 or something like that. I used to enjoy the Rugby League season, but every September I can't wait till May till the cricket starts. And it's a situation that's got into really by being involved too closely with it. I like the Wembley final, because we never involved too closely with that.
But the way to Wembley is very attractive, laced with cash from the sponsors. Today it's the first round, and Doncaster have been drawn away to Rochdale Hornets, another club not too well acquainted with success. It has revived the memory of a glorious moment in Doncaster's history. 10 years ago, they beat Hornets in the first round of the Cup. It warms spirits all round. The news that they cannot play their leading try-scorer, Tony Banham, doesn't depress the team. He's been suspended for not paying a fine.
You knew you were sent off. Yeah, but you don't know, it doesn't come automatically you get a fine. And I've been sent off for
You always get fined.
the charity game out, and I've got sending off
You told me you were fined. You fined 2 quid.
Sending off sufficient.
If we lost you, I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you. We can't pay for you.
One man who takes little interest in the argument is John Barron. He's agreed to become the new chairman, and that's enough to quieten anybody.
Well, they're in a bad run. We're in a bad run. We're in the worst.
We're in a disastrous run. There's bad and bleeding disastrous.
Doncaster crossed the Pennines, still buoyed up by the thought of that victory a decade ago. They remember it in Rochdale too. But it's not mentioned in the Rochdale changing room. Defeatist thoughts are not permitted.
Once you've committed this.
In the Doncaster camp, the jovial atmosphere on the coach has been muted by the size of the task ahead. Soon the exhortations begin.
They're unfancied, they're coming here. We've already beaten once this season. A convincing win, but we've got it all to do today. Now the ball's in your lads' court. You're the lads.
Let's really knock them down. Nothing dirty, just want it played hard.
We take them on early doors, we get a grip in the forwards, and we take them on, and we let them know what it's all about.
Back three, you'll be knackered when you come off here today. I want to see it. I want to be bloody sweat dripping.
We forget it's Doncaster, we play as if it's the Saints all witness, and we give them some stick.
Anyway, lads, it's up to you. The directors put 100 quid a piece out. It's 100 quid a man. Usual losing money, but it's 100 quid winning money. And we've got the money. We want to pay it, you know. But you know about Dave Ossel, he's in hospital and all. He's not in a very good condition. If you win, Dave Ossel gets 100 quid and all from the directors. So you're not playing for yourself and Doncaster, you're playing for Dave Ossel.
Now, come on. All the best to you, and let's get it bloody done.
Come on, no silly bastards.
You're getting nowhere fast.
The first half belongs to Rochdale Hornets. They won the cup once, in 1922.
That's a good tackle.
Their first try is predictable.
Get it down!
Oh, this looks nasty. We knackered it.
I mean, Jay,
That's a good kick. Oh, do it!
Rugby league has been played since 1895. It's an essentially northern game and strenuous.
come out! Come here, 11! 11! 11! I have him, come here! Come here, 11! Come here! Skipper, come here! Ah!
Oh, bloody hell, referee!
Just tell him to be a bit more careful when he's coming in with his legs. It's dangerous. You'll cripple somebody for life.
But serious injuries are comparatively rare. Hard men can take hard knocks.
Tackle, get off him!
George is so bloody frustrated. Look at him.
There are 31 professional clubs, including Fulham, around 1,200 players. But no household names, no Keegans, no Bothams. Half-time, and Doncaster trail by 10 points. Before the recriminations, there's some damage to repair. Naturally, Billy Yates, who's taken over the coach's job, is not happy.
Keep the football going. Keep it going, but for God's sake, let's hang on to the ball if there's nothing there.
Well, let's not get impatient with this bloody self. They'll come these tries. We don't have to score every bloody ball.
We can have this. There's nothing. There's no bloody difference between them.
You see what they are? The bloody fat bastards who don't want to get a bat. Throw them in the middle of the bloody field, and when we've got them in the middle of the pack, then we'll shift the bloody ball.
Let's keep the ball. When there's no chance of passing, hold it. We try and pass every sodding time. It ain't done. It's lovely when you can do it, but there's times when you've got to hold it.
It's 10-0 now. It's 10-0. The lead's right, the situation's right. There's no reason why we can't make a bloody good job of it now. So let's get out there and keep it on.
But in the second half, it's the Doncaster players who take control.
Get off him, you've done your job.
Who's that bloody laid out? Finity laid out. He's absolutely bleeding useless, this referee.
Let it go! Go on, George! There's a gap! There's a gap, my son! Hey! There you are, my son! Talk to him now, you...
Good old Georgie. We're back in it now, lads.
And Tom Morton's men know it. The dazzling prospect of victory drives them on.
Come on, Ben! You done your job? Come here, you. Me? Come here, fair of you.
You bleeding clown!
Two captains.
You were right, what you said about bloody Ray Allen.
Off the ball incident. Over here, two of them having a crack. Now just get them off it.
Rochdale Hornets 10 points, Doncaster 3. So much toil and sweat, and nothing to show. Again.
You know that referee at the boulevard, they would have lynched him. What referee?
The hangover of defeat. No bonus, plenty of pain. Don Robson, spearhead of the Doncaster pack, has lost 2 teeth. And his day's pay, that's £6 a tooth.
If you play like that every week, there ain't bloody 3 teams in division going to beat you.
But the recovery rate is remarkable.
This side, it's not what it is. Oh, this is fucking wet tomorrow.
What's wrong with it? Well, if you'd have got that try, you might have, and you'd come back at it, you might have proved Jack Woodward wrong.
Certainly, yes. In one. I think that's what we're out to do this season. Yeah.
If we played like that against every team in the league, there's only about 3 clubs that have beat us. I mean, Rochdale's not a bad side. Oh, yeah? You're not a bad side, are you?
No, we're not bad, really. Pretty a lot of kids, with a lot of kids in, you know.
Yeah, well, we've a lot of old men, so that comes right to do it.
Yeah, well.
You're trying to break them up, and then the referee's stepping in and telling you off, saying, you know, thought you were getting involved, and you're trying to break a few of the lads up, and he's making it worse himself, and that's in it, you know.
Midweek at Tattersfield. Doncaster can only afford 4 full-time staff, and Olive Davis part-time. Olive probably has the least envied job in Yorkshire, washing the Doncaster strip, but it's cheaper than sending it to the laundry. For financial survival, Doncaster depends on a network of agents selling on commission a confusing array of lottery tickets, which carry large cash prizes. Without this enterprise, there would be no professional rugby league club in Doncaster.
We can't last on gates, we can't last on what we take over the bar, and we've got to do this, you know. And this is the biggest part of our job, I'm afraid.
Just how much money per week do you need to survive?
Upwards of £1,000 in season. That's when you're losing. When you're winning, it costs more. Don't ask me how much it is, because it's so long ago we can't remember. But,
What do you pay the players?
for winning? Well, we'd have to look on the contracts. No, seriously, it's, I believe a home wins £35 and away win...
Is it 35?
35 and away wins 45. Losing pays £12.
Home or away?
Home or away, yeah.
Does that depress the players?
It depresses us, so it must depress them, yeah.
Monday to Friday, all rugby league players work for a living. A substantial proportion once laboured down the pits, but now the stigma of playing rugby for money, if not vanished, has diminished. Doncaster's winger, Keith Millett, teaches economics, and like all Doncaster players, he has the problem of coping with continual failure.
At first, it didn't affect me a great deal. As I say, I expected things to start to improve. But then it got to the point where I was going to bed on Saturday evening, dreading the following day, thinking, what kind of game is it going to be? First time ever, I've not looked forward to matches. Most of the pupils know that I play at Doncaster, and certainly the first thing that I get on Monday morning is 5th and 6th formers finding me in the corridor saying, "You've lost again, sir. You've lost again, sir."
You know, it does get you down, but, you know, you just pick yourself up again, like, and you think, well, sorry, you've got next week to go, like, oh, we got next week.
Tony Banham. One man who can recall more comforting times is winger Stuart Piper, a car salesman. He's played for the club for 11 years and still glows from one memory.
It was when we beat Blackpool. It was a good win. I came on the... It was a night match, that. It was the Tuesday night. I pulled in on the Wednesday morning, pulled onto the foyer there in my car, and I just happened to glance in my mirror. There was all the guys in their overalls in the workshop across the way there. They're all lined up. I got out the car and they all cheered and brilliant, you know, just like Wembley, just like winning the Challenge Cup at Wembley, just like coming back on the open-top bus.
The next match day does not promise much. 22 defeats in a row, counting all cup matches, and today's opponents are the redoubtable Featherstone Rovers, usually a force in the First Division, and now grimly enduring the humiliation of relegation to the Second Division. But they are leading it. The support for Featherstone swells the gate above the usual 350 spectators. Doncaster's official supporters club, although loyal to the last, wouldn't fill a team coach.
Is this it? This is the supporters club?
This is supporters club, yeah.
Anyone here supported them from the very start?
51, 52.
Yeah.
That was first season, when the bake wheat field.
I haven't missed at home one here for 18 years. And I've missed about 6 away in 18 years.
I've not always been a faithful fan, but I've come down over the years, and I think this is the worst team I've ever seen.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd like to see him get a good coach, me.
Yeah. The only thing that'll keep me from coming down here is when I'm under there, 6 foot.
Well, if they tackle like they did last week, I think we've a good chance.
I'm sure they have, yeah. So that, well, I don't know any of these. Are you all lads walking now?
Ah, they're walking now.
Oh. Will that tire them out?
Banham is back, but those 22 consecutive failures has put the morale of the Doncaster players under considerable strain.
After this period of time, the tension's building up all the time. It gets worse. It does definitely get worse. There's more at stake now. We've got to win. We've got to start winning. It's murder. Saturdays are terrible. Saturday night, you don't know what to do with yourself. You can't go out and have a good session because you're worrying about the game. There's Sunday. It's bloody Sunday again. You've got to win that Sunday. Another bloody Sunday.
Tackle, tackle, tackle. Out here especially. Centres, Phil, David, same again. I want you round. Backs, when we're out of our 25, I want the moves. I want it put on every time. The long ball, I've asked Alan to move out. He'll stop, you know, the long ball into the centre.
It is winning money. £75 this week. After last week's performance, so, you know, we're backing it up again with money, lads.
Come on, up to him, Donny! Up to him, don't let him run! Come on in! Check him down, Stu! Close him down! Come on, Don, up to him!
Steven, take him in!
Mick Morgan's bloody walked in.
We've got to get on bloody score sheet.
Hey, come on!
31-0. Defeat number 23.
Look, we're moving up, it centres. He can't get big licks giving it this when there's somebody stood next to him and get it chuffing ball.
Here's your
Was it a depressing experience?
Look at that, look at Prince.
It was all right, like, you know what I mean, but... Makes you wonder, like, you know what I mean, 10-0 at half-time, like, and you come off 31 down.
You didn't play badly, though.
Yeah, first half we looked on the better side. I thought so, you know what I mean? We looked on the better side.
Tony Banham uses his considerable weight and muscle both on and off the rugby field. He's much in demand as a nightclub bouncer. Hire Tony and you don't get much trouble. And if you do, it generally doesn't last long. Tony Banham has had a turbulent past, but he's now a settled family man. And like a lot of giants, he has an affinity with children, not just his own. Some of his spare time is spent at a school for handicapped children in Doncaster, where each year he plays Father Christmas. Perhaps it has something to do with the fact that he started out in life with something of a handicap himself.
Well, I was born out of wedlock, you know what I mean, and my mother ended up marrying a French-Canadian fella, and she moved over to Canada. You know, I don't think my father was ever mentioned, you know, like white family, black baby kind of thing, you know. Big disgrace, I suppose it was, like, you know, in them days.
Did you ever get to know anything about your father? Anything at all?
American Negro, so I know. Well, I don't know parents, like, you know what I mean? I was just living with my grandparents. Then my granddad died, and I was, like, moved from my grandmother to my aunt. You know what I mean? And then my grandmother died, then my aunt died, and my uncle remarried, and I got put into an hostel. Ended up with nobody. Well, my biggest problem was colour. When I realised, because, like, you know, being with a white family, you know, like my grandmother and all that, like, and being brought up white, one day I looked in the mirror, like, if you know, for want of better words, like, and just found out, well, I'm different from everybody else. Hence, I started becoming a bit of a swine with people. You know, more so like when I left school, like, I moved up north to Bradford.
How old were you then?
I was about 18 then. And by then, like, the chip in my shoulder really set in.
Because of the colour?
Because of the colour, yeah. I mean, you know, I could walk into a pub, like, and just go over and crack somebody, like, you know what I mean? Just looking at me coming in the door, so.
How often did that happen?
Quite often. You know, I was a bit of a bad sod, like, you know, in them days.
Any problems over your colour now?
No, none at all now. It's all... I do get some abuse, like, when I'm working on the door, like, you know what I mean? If I put someone out, get called nigger and things like that, but I just laugh at them.
Doesn't upset you now?
Doesn't upset me anymore.
This week, the Doncaster directors, in their mobile boardroom, are facing up to the prospect of total humiliation.
When I think we should give lads a little bit of an incentive to boost it up for them.
I think there's a lot, yeah, I agree with it there, but I think a lot of it now is down to pride, or it should be. You know, if there isn't pride involved as well. I mean, I agree that we should give them some incentive and put some money in the pocket, well, or the chance to get some money in the pocket. What we're going to talk about, and the normal home wins 35 pounds. 350, work about £25 a man. You're talking about 60 quid, aren't you?
£60 a man. Well, I'm going to propose it. I'm going to propose it that we give them that 60 then. If I can get somebody to second it.
Yeah, it's 60 quid.
Right, £60. You got that, Luz?
Yep.
Win only. You ready for this then, gentlemen? Low, Millet, Davis, Vary, Piper, Brook and Finity. Well, that's the same backs as last week. Ellis, Moody, Robson, Jackson, Flaster and Spencer.
Well, Joey had a good game last week, you know.
Full back, yeah.
Yeah, he had a...
The backs didn't let us down. But you know the omission from it, obviously.
Banham.
Yeah, he's left Banham out.
Well, he's got to leave him out, hasn't he? He's going to play in the A-team. When
I know.
He didn't play at Rochdale. He did 20 minutes last Sunday. He's got to prove his fitness.
Yeah, well, fair enough, you know, but I mean, I think against Highton is essential because he's the only man in the team that can score tries, and I think he could score tries against Highton.
Yeah, I think
but,
so.
You know, I mean, that's only my opinion.
Yeah, well, you've got to have 13 men out there on Sunday to win this match. Or we're going to tattle and tattle and tattle.
And you've got to have 13 men who was liable to score.
You've got to have someone out there who's got to score.
I let him two in.
I agree with both that.
Personally.
We've done our bit, Dave, right?
We've
offered the incentive we can't afford.
Correct.
Which invariably we will finish up putting in out of our pockets as per usual.
Yeah.
So the ball is in their court as usual. We've done our lot.
It's up to them now.
Can we talk about something different?
Yeah.
I was just going to say, let's talk about these tenders for the new dressing rooms, but should we leave them till Tuesday? Because if we don't win this match, what's use having new dressing rooms?
I haven't been in the job of chairman very long, as you know, and I think that for the club and myself to have any credibility in the town, and for the job of chairman of Doncaster Rugby League to have any credibility, we have got to win on Sunday. Speaking strictly from my own point of view, that, you know, I don't know whether it will be, or I will be able to continue as chairman of the club if we do get beaten on Sunday.
The players train this week as if they're going to Wembley, but there's one figure missing under the floodlights. Tony Banham has seen the team sheet.
Tony, why aren't you stripped for training?
Well, I just had a bit of disappointing news about being dropped out of squad on Sunday.
How come?
Against Ireland. I don't know, he just come in and he said, like, I'm not in the squad on Sunday. Which pissed me off a little bit, like, you know what I mean? So I decided not to train. Bit of a protest, you can put it that way.
He subbed on Sunday, and I don't know if he thought he should be playing right from the start this coming Sunday, but I wasn't pleased with what he did on Sunday when he went on. He was only on for 20 minutes, and for me he didn't do enough.
But negotiations follow, and Banham is offered the chance to prove himself in the reserves.
He wasn't going to play in the A-team. He told me at first, but he's calmed down a lot. We've had another conversation, and he's willing to play on Saturday and try and get in the first team for Sunday, or on the subs bench. Yeah.
2 days to go before the match, which may bring Doncaster down. But Tom Morton is still resilient.
Do you see Doncaster ever becoming a successful rugby league club?
Yes. Successful, yeah. We'll never ever be a Leeds, a Wakefield, or even a Featherstone Rovers. But we will be, I think next season we can climb to mid-table. Given some breaks, we should be mid-table next season. And with a bit of luck, 3 years, we could be challenging for promotion to the First Division. But that's 3 years away. The dream at the moment is to win on Sunday. That's the dream at the moment. Or the nightmare.
Another bloody Sunday dawns. Highton, today's opponents, have much in common with Doncaster. They are the poor relations from Lancashire. They have similar recurring crises. Highton are next to the bottom of the second division, but above Doncaster. Tony Banham has made the Doncaster squad as a substitute. Highton's player coach, Jeff Fletcher, is a legend in rugby league. He's been in the game a long time. No one knows just how old Jeff Fletcher is, but he has undeniable style.
On it over to centre and wing. Let's give them a chance. Give them something to run at, but get them deep, because we're not deep enough. Anyone that's come here today who thinks we've come to lose, just tell me now. We've got lads here who are going in for your place. Anyone. You don't want to go out there. I don't want to say you've got a cold, you've got a bad head, you've got a bad foot after. Tell me now and we can alter it. Because if you're going on that field today, I want you to go on to win. Anyone who's come here today thinking they're going to lose, it's not worth trying. Because don't think these are a bad outfit. Featherstone were 10-0 at half-time here last week and they were the top side. And some of you's got to prove a point this week. A good point. We've got to get in and get stuck in amongst them. And there's only one thing what wins these games, that's tattling. Anybody who's not willing to tattle shouldn't be on the field. You've got to tattle and go in like a lunatic and knock them down. And I don't want you thumping him in front of this Spencer. You know what he is? He looks after a soccer club. It's like a big murdy hell if you're going to hear him. I want him knocking down and pulling the ground right away. And really knocking him down.
Fletcher, when he's got it, first man stops him, second man, I want to see him, that ball. Smother it. Put him down on deck every time. We tackle him. Even if he's let go at ball, you dump him. You put him down, you make him feel all his foxy hero getting up.
Paul, you last week, you blame Fitzer. You didn't chase him, nobody else. You've got to blame somebody. You can't blame anybody. You've got to go in and you've got to chase him.
Every time forward, don't think, oh, bloody hell, he's got a good ball out. Put him down up and floor.
Your attacking prowess lately has been non-existent. I don't know what the hell's been going on. Your defence is perfect. Let's have some attacking. Cooper, let's get doing some work, eh? Let's have a couple of tries. We've not had any for a bit, have we?
And let's all, when he's catching the ball, I want him down. He must go down. Hit him with every bloody thing you've got.
And you, poser. We'll forget Widnes, we'll forget Salford. You're playing with Aiton now, right? You do as we do. You run hard and straight. You're a big, fast lad, right?
So, mindful of that, you know, £60 today, again, which, you know, this is it. This is the one that we want to win. So the money's there for you. You know, go out and come back and you've got £60 in your hands, lads. And all the very best here, and best of luck to you, John.
I'll be up front with you and I'll work. I want you all working as hard as I work. If we do that, I can't see anybody bothering us. That's all I've got to say.
This match is undoubtedly Doncaster's last realistic chance of a win this season. The reasons that drive Jeff Fletcher to expose his ageing limbs to this sort of punishment are rooted in the devotion rugby league inspires in the north, among supporters as well as players.
Third, lads. Come on. Stand square, kick lady. What? Right, go on. Play one, off him, lads, off him. Mine will do you.
Fletcher's an old man.
Get in for get him up.
Oh, look at the gap there. He's going to have her.
Heighton 3, Doncaster 0. A look of resignation from the chairman.
I wasn't supposed to happen at all.
Loyalty, not money or even success, counts for more in rugby league, despite the fact that the code began when the rugby union refused to allow amateur clubs to refund lost wages to their working class players.
Okay, boys, off in two.
The bitterness between the rugby league and the strictly amateur men from Twickenham prevails to this day. But nobody ever made a fortune playing rugby league.
Now! Inside! That's on! Be okay, pal. Come on, get him.
Hold it, Paul, hold it.
Knock him, knock him. Get in square. Okay, boys, okay.
Do it. Come on, Paul.
Hold it there. All right, okay, don't panic. Do you want the... Does he want the card?
Yes,
Is he having the card?
Yes,
okay,
the
come here, son. Come on, number 4, we'll have your all-in boot before we finish.
I'll go and fucking score next time.
No, just tackle him fairly, okay?
Again, if he decides to play it for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Keep
them feet square, fair, get all that pack steady, get it over, Blue.
On it, boys. Dig it. Come on. Come. He's pulling his horse.
Come here. You, come here. I'll decide, I'm telling you. I don't care if he's pulling your hair or not. That doesn't give you any license to go back at him. You leave it to me. I don't care. No, leave it to me. Away now.
Brilliant tackle, referee.
Sorry. Shut up.
Penalty against Red for going out top, going around his head. Against Red, the penalty. Right, he tackled I after the ball again.
Listen. Going round the head after the ball there, let's get it after. Just tackle him. Listen, he don't come on for nothing. Just get on with it and let him play. It's okay. Get on with the game. No, I haven't. Come on, mate.
This time, definitely.
Come on! Get it!
Get it across! Wrong way! Oh! Right. Go on, Stuart, take him on.
2!
Three points all.
Play 3!
Good head tackling all the time. Kicks him every time you go through it. Running up there.
Let him play that all day. Let him play the
referee's
Shut up. Come on. We're just forgetting everything we've bloody tried out.
Sit down and listen.
I've said back 3, go over, take it wide. And first 2 forwards, stand deep, do not run, and pass the bloody ball. There's 2 minutes to go with kick-off, and I say settle the bloody thing. What do? We start playing football in the zone 25. Now start listening. We've had 80% of the game and we're drawing 3 apiece here. Come on, we're destroyed in the second half. You've got to tackle though, I'm telling you. You've got them back in the game. You're all front right. Number 8, they can't walk. There's another patch on you. A pace, rugby ability, anything. They'll come out this second half. You've got the bloody tails up now. And you let them get over. If you've got the ball, I don't want to see you fighting. Yeah. So it's just all about. He's having a go at everybody and you're all at him, all jumping about at him. Just settle down. If he's going to hit you, let him hit you. Laugh at him and walk away. Let's get stuck in. Just keep getting out up and we still keep this pressure on. Don't do it daft. No good kicking for touch. Tabby out that middle.
No, you can't get your grip.
I know that. Let's get out there and get tattling again. You've got to tattle. You don't tattle, you're out of it. Get your breath back and let's go in.
Have you taken in what Billy said, lads? Because as we said before, this is it, this is the one that we've got to win. And if it's motivation for money, there's another 200 quid there to switch between you. It's on the table there now, not between you. Get off, Rob. I'll put it in the pocket. Come on, you.
This is pride now. Let's get out. Get it won. That's there for you after. Come on.
Done well. Come on.
Hold on. Hold on. Rick.
Held, okay. Play 1. That's 2. Come out.
There you go.
Held. take this injury, please. It looks bad, OK.
Down!
What are you, kid? I caught one.
Yeah, let's get going. Thanks for stopping the game, sir.
That's all right, my mate. Don't mind if it looks serious.
I'm not feeling too good. We can stop here for 10 minutes, I'll be all right.
And that injury gives Tony Banham his chance.
Come on, Tony!
OK.
On it, boys. Dig it.
OK.
Come. OK, Dave.
Play it one off him! Play it now, good tackle. Good side, lads.
Come on, Alan, stay there.
Hey, 4! Come on, lads.
Come on, lads. Come on now. You can do it now.
Come on now!
That's tackle off him!
Got to get this ball now. Come on, lads. This is it. We'll get a penalty then. Anything will do. Not particularly anything.
That's 4. Come away now. Get on. Get on. Play on. Okay, red ball. Let him play.
Penalty! Oh, bloody hell!
One side.
Let's go.
Off him there, that's 2. Play 3.
Come on, Graham, you can play it. No, we've only just come, so we've come to show. Good stack, boy. And another forward. Get him off, Graham! Come on, Payton! Come on! Go now!
Victory. After 7 months of waiting, after 82 hours of combat on the field. But all the sweeter for that.
Well done, boys.
This end. This end here.
It's gone to shop for next week.
I'll do it back, but I won't wait.
You could have bought your teeth.
Hey, I am just
All right, Tony, you have to wait.
He must be our good luck.
Who's that?
Where's Trevor from? He's the expensive. Go to chop six. Yes, Trevor from. Don't put down a couple of six.
More kissing you off your lasses, that.
Go on. Good on you, Joe.